2016 was the last time I enjoyed a famous bread and chana sandwich back in Trinidad. Trinidad's bread and chana sandwich is not as popular as our famous doubles, but it's equally delicious, in my opinion. Well, chana filling is similar to the doubles chana, but instead of the two deep-fried barras, it's served in a soft and fluffy hop spread. I've already shared the perfect hop spread recipe, but today we'll do a refresher and I'll show you how I make it in the electric mixer. I'm also adding my own twist to this bread and chana sandwich, so watch till the end to see how it all unfolds. The result will be even more chana filling in your sandwich. Here I have 1 pound of chana, chickpeas, garbanzo beans that I soaked overnight. Actually, this is the second day. I really need to start cooking this. And I soaked with a teaspoon of baking soda, and I'll rinse it and drain it. Rinse several times. Pour it in, add water, 6 cups of water and about 1 to 2 teaspoons turmeric, depending how yellow you like it. I'll add 2 tablespoons of green seasoning. The printable recipe will have the exact ingredients. Minced garlic, 2 to 3 tablespoons. Gentle stir, and then we'll place it to cook. We don't add salt yet. And don't forget the hot pepper. If you like things a little spicy, you can chop it, add a small piece, or add it whole. Place the cover on. Line up the arrows. Select beans, 20. And that's it. Next I'll move it to quick release. I usually add something on the top to prevent it from dirtying the ceiling. Some Instant Pots may have a quick release button, but this doesn't. Once the button is down, you can turn it. Smells delicious. It's fully cooked. I'll add salt and ground roasted cumin. Stir. And you want to stir this for a couple of minutes. You can put on the saute feature somewhere around here to allow it to continue to cook. You want that to soften up. I'll get the bandana ready. I just want to show you how tender it is. It's fully cooked. While on saute, you want to mash a little bit of the chana to help thicken the sauce. You're going to take it out and blend it and put it back in. Be careful not to burst that pepper if you don't like it spicy. Just mash. Will continue to cook. You could put it on the stove and continue to cook until it thickens. So this will take a couple of minutes. As you can see, this is just too watery for bread and chana or even doubles. You just allow it to simmer down until it thickens. Maybe another 15 minutes and then it will be done. I'll show you when it's done. You can even place this, if it's stainless steel, on the stove. This is called bandana, culantro, or shadabeni. It's a seasoning or the secret behind Trini Indian cooking. Next, I've added more roasted ground cumin and the green seasoning that we just blended. Just give it a mix. As you can see, it's beginning to thicken. Another 5 or 10 minutes and it will be perfect. I ground a little bit of the chana and added it to the mixture. And it has cooled down, and I just wanted to show you how the texture is still perfect. It still has a little flow to it. The seasoning is perfect, the salt is perfect, and this, you can eat this like you would in boiled chana, kappa chana, double chana, or bread and chana. And that pepper accidentally burst there, and if you're a pepper lover, I'm sure you're imagining and you can envision the flavor of the pepper in there. I've made this so perfectly tasty to stand on its own with no need for additional chutney or hot sauce. Next, let me get started on the bread so that we can make a bread and chana sandwich. And it's so flavorful, you really don't need to add anything at this point, but you can if you wish. Don't overmash the chana. We're not making baby food. Let me clean up this mess and then we'll start on the bread. Here are the simple ingredients you'll need for the hop spread. Brown sugar, salt, yeast, melted butter, powdered milk or milk powder, and milk. Lukewarm milk, all-purpose flour. Start by measuring out the ingredients, then You'll warm the milk and melt the butter. Add the butter to the milk. No powdered milk. Use my homemade bread recipe, link below. And set that aside. Next, measure out 3.5 cups of all-purpose flour. That's 17.5 ounces or 496 grams. Next, add powdered milk, 2 tablespoons, brown sugar, 3 tablespoons, salt, and instant yeast. Away from the salt. You can knead this in a stand mixer or in a bowl if you need to see the version where I kneaded it by hand. I'll leave the link to my homemade bread recipe below or the original hops bread recipe below. Today we're using the stand mixer. The next thing we need to do is to mix these ingredients to combine. I find doing it with a spatula really saves on time. Make sure you get all the flour at the bottom and mix it well. Next, attach the dough hook. With the dough hook attached, lock it in place. We'll mix the melted butter and the milk and gradually add it to the dry ingredients. On level 2. Level 3. You'll knead it for a couple of minutes. At this point, it is not too sticky, so I won't be adding any more liquid or flour. I'll knead this for 5 minutes. The dough is very sticky at this point, so I'll add in 1 tablespoon of flour. It's better to start with a sticky dough rather than a dry dough. I'll continue to knead for 10 minutes. 10 minutes is up. I'll remove the dough hook, clean it off, knead it towards the center to form a dough, to form a ball, a dough ball. I'm going to rub oil. Use any neutral oil. You just want it to stay moist and not dry out at the top. I'm going to cover it and set it in a warm place for 20 minutes. Clean down the sides of your bowl. And then we'll continue after 20 minutes. In about 20 to 30 minutes, I will knead exactly for 1 minute by bringing the dough down to the middle. Drizzle again with a little bit of oil. Cover and let it set until it doubles in size. Or rest until it doubles in size. Now that the dough has doubled in size, we'll press to deflate. Send the dough out on the counter. And then you can divide into 12 or 16 balls. Old pieces of dough. And then we'll make the balls. To make the loya, take 1 piece of the dough. You can weigh it if you want it to be even. And just pull up to the top. Rotate and pinch to seal. This is a little larger one. Doesn't matter. That's it, 1 loya. And I've created 12 loyas or balls. And allow it to double in size. It's been an hour. Looks lovely. I'm going to place it in the oven. Leo has smelled the bread and he's running down the stairs. The recipe for the other bread shown in this video will be posted soon. So hit that like and subscribe button if you don't want to miss a thing. And that's the basics of an amazing Trinidad bread and chana sandwich. We cook the filling or the boiled chana in the Instant Pot, saving lots of time, and we bake the softest, most delicious Trini hops bread, which is also amazing with just butter. I'll also leave the recipe for the bandania chutney and the pepper sauce under this post on the blog. Now let's look at this soft and amazing hops bread. You'll agree that it looks like and it tastes just as good or even better than the bread from your local bakery. Soft and fluffy like a cloud. Perfect to sop up that sauce from your boiled chana. And here is my own personal twist. I used the same recipe for hops bread and I formed it into a butter flat bread. Same great recipe, same great flavor, same great softness, but just shaped differently. Because I figured I wanted more filling in my sandwich. I hope you've enjoyed today's video and learned something new. If you have, please like, share, and leave a lovely comment below. Until next time, stay safe, be well, cook, share, and love. Bye-bye.